Off Monday Night Raw, we saw Braun Breaker walking around the ringside, getting in the face of Corey Graves, even flipping the announce table, which is pretty crazy because that thing, it looks pretty heavy as well. Grabs the microphone and immediately starts saying, Adam Pearce, come out here right now, and said, screw Monday Night Raw and Adam Pearce. After the Vision, of course, tries to say, hey, stop, bro. Paul Heyman says, Adam Pearce doesn't know who the Masked Man is. That is BS, because he approves every visa. So this is confirmation from Paul Heyman himself that Adam Pearce approved 2 El Grande Americanos over Finn Balor. That's crazy. That's hilarious. Yeah, Finn Balor's, man. Wow. Adam Pearce came out with security and says he doesn't know who the Masked Man is, but the last time there was a Masked Man, it was Austin Theory, and Braun Breaker looked at straight Austin Theory, and he was like, no, it's not me, bro, it's not me. And Adam Pearce said he will not be suspended because of his piss poor performance at the Royal Rumble, and Braun Breaker lost his mind, ran straight down to the ramp to almost get Adam Pearce, but he got caught by Bronson Reed, and LA Knight's music hits. He hit and run on both Logan Paul and Austin Theory and left. So yeah, that was pretty crazy. LA Knight, has hit some hit and runs, but Roman Reigns decided to show up to Monday Night Raw. So yeah, that's pretty big news. Jovan Evans and El Grande Americano had a match where El Grande just started stomping on this man. Like he was a boom, boom, boom. Even decided to do some stuff. But Jovan hit a nice drop kick. Crazy Hurricane Rana and another picture-perfect drop kick. And even went flying over the top rope. And from this camera angle, I thought he was about to die. But of course, as Jovan tried to grab the mask off of one of the other El Grande Americano kicked the hands of Jovan off of him. Jovan gave El Grande a big kick to the face. Big DDT. Light, nice, whatever flippy kick that was. Then El Grande put this crazy submission that bent the back of Jovan. Jovan hit this nasty, like flippy, like somersault coast to coast. And as Jovan went for his some top rope move, I think this is Bravo, distracted Jovan, and then this fake El Grande Americano, or the original El Grande Americano, came out, distracted El Grande Americano. Jovan hit the beautiful OG cutter for the 1-2-3, and Jovan wins the match. Congratulations to Jovan, and we still need to figure out who this fraud is. The original El Grande Americano. This El Grande Americano has a beard and looks. And El Grande Americano, you could look back at all the videos of El Grande Americano. He has never once had a beard. So this has to be the fake. Anyway, AJ Styles' music hits, but it was not AJ Styles. It was Gunther. And when I saw Gunther go like this, I started dying laughing, bro. This is too funny. This is too comical. This is hilarious. And then his actual entrance pops up, and as you can see, it says Career Killer. So Gunther, the trademark for WWE, went through. Gunther is officially known as the Career Killer, which makes sense because he took out Goldberg, Cena, and now Styles. So yeah. Gunther says, just like Goldberg and just like John Cena, AJ learned when you step in the ring with the ring general, your career dies. But before he said any more, Dragon Lee started running down the ramp, did a crazy crossbody, crazy dive to the outside, threw Gunther into the ring post and tossed him and drop kicked him over the barricade. And then, as Dragon Lee was trying to do something, he gets clocked with the ring bell. Gunther puts him in the sleeper hold position and then dangles him across the ring ropes and lets him drop and puts on his Burberry coat and walks out. So we all know what this means, correct? We all know what this means. Dragon Lee, your career is over. Gunther's gonna end the career of Dragon Lee, a career that hasn't even started yet. What a craziness. Paul Heyman asked Adam Pearce to get Braun Breaker a match against whatever. Adam Pearce said no because LA Knight left the arena. So yeah, and Braun Breaker was not happy about that, as you can see it, as his facial reaction says. But the War Raiders came out. Sorry, let me rephrase that. The Boar Raiders, or I should say, the Dead Raiders, because Oba Femi decided to make his presence known here in Philadelphia and completely obliterate these men. He clotheslined Eric. He crushed Ivar in the corner, crushed him in the corner, threw Eric across the ring. Big powerbomb thing. He did like a choke slam to Ivar, which, by the way, Ivar is so big to be doing this, but he's not as big as Oba Femi. And then a fall from grace from Eric to Oba, and Oba stands tall with the cock shot. Yeah, Oba Femi's getting this 2002 Brock Lesnar push. Give him King of the Ring. Give Oba Femi King of the Ring. Give him the World Championship at SummerSlam. Yeah, man, look at this, man. This guy's already dominant, bro. Oh my god. Also, I'm gonna say the person who posted on the socials or whatever, says you have to be that the necklace that he was wearing had what looked like munchkins from Dunkin' Donuts. You were evil for that. Finn Balor, oh man, look at this guy. It should say Finn Balor. Says this business is built on respect, but the respect I give doesn't come back to me, and I'm willing to do bad things to Punk because I want everything. Yeah, okay. The Bella Twins are back together, and you can look, but you can't touch or play. And then Brie Mode came out. Nikki Bella, by the way, I'm just going to tell you something. I didn't even write down everything this promo was, because this was a rough promo, I won't lie. This was a rough promo. Yeah, this was a rough promo, I won't lie. But Nikki says it's been 7 years since the Bella Twins have been in the same ring together. Brie says, no. Brie says the Bellas are the original tag team and they want in and become women's tag team champions. And that was pretty much it after a couple yes chants. And then, oh god, this guy. Oh. This guy. You know, I was afraid that this guy was going to take his shirt off in front of Maxine. I'm not going to lie, I was afraid of that. Anyway, Maxine went crazy and said she's going to break the ankle of Natty. I don't think so, because the low-key legend is the Boat. The best of all time. And yeah, he took his shirt off. I started dying laughing, but this was hilarious. Because I was like, yeah! And then Otis was like, oh yeah! And then this guy just started, oh my god, and started whipping his shirt around. Oh, that was hilarious. Oh, it was terrible, but god, that's how stupid it was. Penta came out and took on Big Bronson Reed. Penta delivered some chops, even a bill for Hurricane Rana, big dive to the outside, but Bronson Reed delivered with a Uranagi and big senton. Of course, Penta responded with like a twisty face plant type move and a DDT, but Bronson Reed responded with a nasty power slam. And Penta even had the balls to hit a nasty backbreaker on backstabber on Bronson Reed. Austin Theory got on the ropes. He got hit with a super kick. So did Logan Paul, but Penta decided to jump over the referee to hit Logan, which took the referee out. I don't know why that happened. Penta went flying onto Austin Theory and Logan Paul. This had Bronson Reed hit a crazy Death Valley driver into a tsunami, but there was no referee to count the pin, so he did not win. So he grabbed a steel chair, but got hit with a BFT by LA Knight, and LA Knight ran through the crowd, and yeah. And for a countdown victory, Penta wins after Bronson Reed face plants into the ring. That was pretty exciting. Dominic Mysterio makes his return to Philadelphia and says the only reason he came to Philadelphia was to celebrate Liv. Liv came out and, yeah, she hops on Dirty Dominic, which, God, this is crazy. She grabs the microphone and says she's the greatest Royal Rumble winner of all time, and she's going to take her time to pick what champion she wants, because she's going to go to SmackDown and evaluate her champions. Raquel Rodriguez came out and says there needs to be an address of something, and that's why Liv eliminated her. Liv says a win for Judgment Day is a win for all. And Raquel says, Liv, you have to stay in the back from our match because to make my win mean more. So yeah, Stephanie Vaquer came out and they had their Philadelphia street fight. By the way, before I get into the Philadelphia street fight, what's your guys' thoughts on the logo, on the WrestleMania logo this year? I like it. I like it a lot. I think I like it more than last year's logo. I'll say that because I like the buildings behind the WrestleMania, like the popping out. I think it's pretty cool. I also like the font. I like how it looks. I just like how everything looks. I think I like it. I'd probably put it up there with one of my favorite WrestleMania logos of all time. For sure. Last year's WrestleMania logo was like, it was okay. But I definitely like this year's WrestleMania logo. Definitely. And then seeing, like, the sign and everything, definitely like it. So, yeah. But Raquel was dominating Stephanie, hitting her back elbows, even hit with a nasty clothesline. It was crazy. Even hit a big power slam, but Stephanie hit a ginormous springboard crossbody. Stephanie got put through a table, and I can't really. Oh yeah, Stephanie hit a kendo stick shot on Raquel, and of course Raquel moved out the way before Stephanie could hit like a knees to the throat. Stephanie got thrown to LED ring post by Raquel Rodriguez, but after we came back from commercial break, we saw Stephanie Vaquer hit a nasty kendo stick shot. Big back body drop. But as Stephanie Vaquer was going for the Devil's Kiss, she got lifted up above onto Raquel's shoulders and dropped on the top rope. Hit with a super kick. As Raquel rolled to the outside, she grabbed a garbage can and tossed it on her face. Grabbed a bunch of chairs from under the ring and then get a falling away slam onto the steel chairs to Stephanie. Then set Stephanie onto a couple chairs by the top, like the ropes, to do like a twisty thing off the middle rope, which missed, and Raquel landing on chairs. Then we see the Devil's Kiss on the steel chair and on the steel steps. But as Raquel was about to throw the steel steps straight at Stephanie's face, Stephanie hit a kick to the stomach and a big face buster on the steel steps. Then as we get back into the ring, Raquel hit a clothesline, big body shot, but as she sets this table up, Stephanie hits a super kick, but we see Raquel hit a last second clothesline. Liv comes out, even though she was told not to come out, grabs the championship, gives it to Raquel. Raquel gets hit from behind. Stephanie takes out Liv. We see Raquel get hit with a drop kick, put on the table, but Roxanne Perez comes out of nowhere, tries to stop Stephanie. Stephanie puts Roxanne through a table. Then we see Raquel get on the top rope, tries to do a Tejana bomb through the table, but Stephanie flips out of it, hitting her Karana to the table that did not break. I don't know what was wrong with the weapons in Philadelphia, because these weapons were like, not today, ain't gonna work for me, brother. Also, I got to say, this match was kind of, but she got almost put to the table, the spiral tap thing for the 1-2-3, and the winner and still the women's world champion, Stephanie that curve. And to end the match, we saw Liv Morgan hit Oblivion and hold the title pie and says, it was like, should I go for it? I don't know. I'm expecting to see Liv on SmackDown to continue this feud. But I won't lie, this Philadelphia street fight, I don't know, it was kind of mid, honestly. It's like, I feel like something was missing. But again, I'll say maybe it's because that they were jet lagged. Like, I could see maybe Stephanie and Raquel being a little bit jet lagged, due to like the time zone difference, because they had to fly to Saudi Arabia. They were in Saudi Arabia, and then they went to the United, which has a completely different time zone, and then came back to the United States, which also has a completely different time zone. I'm pretty sure that's a big gap. So actually, I'm gonna look that up. What is the time difference from Saudi Arabia to Philadelphia? 8 hours. Okay, Saudi Arabia is 8 hours ahead, so maybe there's I think there may be a little jet lag since they had to go. Is it back? Yeah, they're back 4 hours or 8 hours. So yeah, it's definitely due to it's due to the jet lag. So maybe it's due to the jet lag that this match was as good, but I don't really know. But I was kind of disappointed with the ending of this match, because I felt like this match felt like the setup where the table was in the corner over here, and Stephanie was on the top rope, Raquel was sitting on the top rope, but I hit the Tejana bomb. I felt like you could just end the match, put Stephanie through the table, and have Raquel win the championship, and set up Liv versus Raquel at WrestleMania. But I don't really know. I felt like that's what they should have done. But I guess they didn't. So my guess, depending, because honestly, I think Liv is gonna pick the Women's World Championship, because Jade Cargill versus Liv Morgan doesn't really seem I don't know, that doesn't seem good. And it doesn't matter, because Jade Cargill doesn't defend her championship anyway. Speaking of WrestleMania season, the Elimination Chamber qualifiers starts next Monday. An Elimination Chamber. Oh, I'm excited for Elimination Chamber, just because it's in Chicago, and that's my favorite city. It's probably because I'm from there. But Chicago's awesome. It's the greatest city of all time. Love Chicago. Southside. So yeah, qualifiers start on Monday. I hope I get my Elimination Chamber's predictions right. But Roman Reigns finally showed up to the show. Like, buddy, I don't know if you know this, Roman, but you're late. Buddy, anyway, he comes out, throws his finger up in the sky, grabs the microphone, tells Philly to acknowledge him, and says he has a complicated history here in Philly. He won his first WWE Championship here and lost his last WWE Championship here. And we all know who defeated him for his last WWE Championship, correct? Yeah, that's right. The greatest professional wrestler to ever lace a pair of boots ever. The American Nightmare. The greatest WWE champion of all time. The American Nightmare, Cody Raheem Rhodes. By the way, for people who left comments on my shorts, about me crying about Cody Rhodes being eliminated and Cody Rhodes should have won the Royal Rumble. Yeah, I still believe that. Don't you? So I saw that. I might have not replied, but I definitely saw it. Definitely saw those comments. Yeah. I'm being dead serious. Cody should have still won that Royal Rumble. But Roman asks help from the Philly crowd. Who does he go after at Mania? Is it Drew McIntyre or is it CM Punk? Well, CM Punk came out, grabbed the microphone, and he did not even care what Roman Reigns went to say, because he went straight to the camera and talked about the Finn Balor promo and all that stuff. And Roman was like, look at Roman's face. Roman was like, Finn Balor? Why would you talk about Finn Balor? He just gets pinned all the time. Like, I would make the same face, too, if someone came in a ring to interrupt me, and they talked about a guy who just gets pinned all the time. That would be my same facial reaction, too. And Roman says he must have rang your bell or something, because you interrupted me, not Finn Balor. And Punk says this is not a Roman show, because this is Raw, not SmackDown. Punk also asked the crowd who Roman should pick. Should he pick him or should he pick Drew? Punk says to Roman, it's pretty obvious who you are going to pick. Or who you should pick, but I know you're going to get picked the easy way out. And Roman says, the easy way out? Drew is like 4 times bigger than you, and last time you and Drew had a thing, it was because of a bracelet. And CM Punk says he put Drew McIntyre in the dirt, and the last time Drew and him fought, they had to staple him up. And Roman Reigns says, I beat Drew 3 years in a row. Punk says that you beat Drew with your whole family helping you. Roman told Punk not to talk about his family because they're the reason why he had a company to come back to. Punk says Roman held the WWE hostage during his 1,316-day title reign. Punk also talks about what Roman said on the Pat McAfee show, that his quarterly vacations are him stepping on the spotlight, and that nobody stepped up. And Punk says, you basically copied me, Roman, with Paul Heyman, a long title reign. And even though your title reign was longer, it wasn't better. Roman says WWE came to him if it was okay to sign Punk back. Roman brings up when Punk went on his best friend's podcast, making his life way harder than it was. They had to be. And then he lets him back in the company, and then he screws me, takes my wise man, you brainwashed my cousins, and almost brainwashed me too. Roman says, I shook your hand at War Games like a man, and then what do? You say zebras or something like that. Roman says he's picking Punk because he's the biggest, not because he's the biggest star. It's because I hate you. I've always hated you. And in the main event of WrestleMania, you will acknowledge me. And to finish off Raw, we got Roman Reigns' answer, who he's going to face at WrestleMania. And the answer is the World Heavyweight Championship. The loser belt title, as he likes to call it, or the loser bracket title, whatever he called it like 2 years ago. CM Punk. And just based off this promo alone, oh my god. There's still a couple more promos. There's still plenty of more promos between these two men. I'm telling you. This feud's producing magic. This was only the first feud, by the way, and this feud's already producing some magic, and is taking me back to WrestleMania 40, 2024, 2 years ago, when WWE was such peak, when the storylines were clean, and the main event was just magical. Just magical, man. Just magical. But I am very excited to see this Roman Reigns versus CM Punk feud, and I'm even more excited for the WrestleMania match. That match is gonna be good. I know it. Also, what's your guys' opinion on this? Should Roman Reigns win the World Heavyweight Championship if he's not full time? Because I feel like the World Heavyweight Championship is a full timer championship, not a part timers championship. And if Roman Reigns is going to be like semi full time through his entire World Heavyweight Championship one, if he wins at Mania, I think I would be good with that. But if Roman doesn't show up for like a month or two without the championship, I think that's a little crazy. I think Roman should show up maybe once every other week. Like, and to be fair, Roman doesn't even have to wrestle every week. He just has to show up every week. So, and if this title reign is a Mania to SummerSlam title reign, he just has to show up every week, and he doesn't have to show up every week. He can show up every other week or something like that. But if Roman does win the title, I want to see him on a more regular basis, not like how he was during his WWE Championship reign, his 1,316-day championship reign. So yeah, what's your guys' thoughts on the CM Punk versus Roman Reigns match at WrestleMania for the World Heavyweight Championship? I mean, it was kind of predictable that Roman was going to pick this because it's the biggest feud that you could do. Because, Roman and Drew doesn't seem too appetizing after every match they've already had. And I feel like Roman and CM Punk is a cleaner and more interesting feud. And the promo battles these guys are going to have is just, it's going to blow up the wrestling community, just based off these promos these guys had. So yeah, what do you guys think in the comments below about this Monday Raw episode? Not in the comments below. Anyway, have a beautiful rest of the day. See you tomorrow. Bye.